from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. It's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the Denver Broncos.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they, too, were winners last time out, so something's got to give. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for Williams a week ago: 21 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
2nd and 9 now. And incomplete on the deep ball. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but now it's 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. A good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Wilson now off the bootleg. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on second down. Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now a throw here to his running back, and on this one he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he'll give it here to his running back. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Here's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd and 6. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Across the 30-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. This is taken at the 15. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver's offense ready to go again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Fielded just inside the 20. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So the Broncos coming out now. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. He was brought down by Nick Needham. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll set him back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Stays on his feet. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing is Wilson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security has... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 33. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 40 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this 1st half. It's 6-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the side.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Robinson. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on it. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion. anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Broncos send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now they try the right side here. Michael O.J. Mudia with the tackle. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Melvin Gordon, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Rashad Penny, over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Justin Herbert with a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Hands it off out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 57 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff as they run left side. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On play action, they'll throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Defense. So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Second and 11 now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll run on first down. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers able to record his 5th sack of the season. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams.
Chris Barnes there on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense has converted 2 3rd downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. They go to Johnson again.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver's offense now set to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. On 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's got Njoku over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. To throw is Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the Jets punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 2nd and 1. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Steps away to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll get this one to Patrick. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Wilson to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Wilson. We'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Touchdown! That's caught. Braxton Berrios, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They're going to look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end fan, and he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Nick Needham picks it off, and the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd down now, it's Brooks. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Back to throw again.
And boy, another ill as that will wind up incomplete.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Right back to Williams, and this time he's got it.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught. It's a big play there for the Broncos. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. He'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.